Hey guys, welcome and ting and ting and ting. And somebody sent me this video here and they said, hey, check this out. You want to see about some food in Serbia? Check this video out. And I like the title, Soul Food Serbia. Yeah. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna go check this out and see what this is all about. You understand and ting? Comment down below. Let me know other traditional food in Serbia that isn't mentioned here. So let's share some vibe and thing. Let's YouTube and simmer.
The best way to know Serbia is through food. The oldest native meals know the stories best, and they have been chosen to guide our journey.
Yeah.
We recommend sitting comfortably at the dining table and letting the sense of taste wander the paths, natural beauties, towns, and villages of Soul Food Serbia.
Soul Food Serbia, yeah.
We eat Serbia
I'm excited.
recipes, and tastes are the road signs. So, bon appetit and bon voyage. Welcome to Soul Food Serbia. We are heading to the east, across the meadows of the Homolja Mountains. There the beekeepers collect the liquid gold, Homolja honey. The untouched countryside of Homolja, the place where the ecosystem is preserved. It provides unimaginably gratifying bounty to the bees, which give honey of exquisite quality.
That honey look good.
Honeycomb is an elixir and an authentically healthy food. In the Negotine area, an indigenous sort of grapes, Tamjanica, is grown. Not only are the grapes traditional, but the method of wine production as well. In Nitsa, the vine-growing villages are more than several hundred years old. There, the grapes are turned into wine by methods which haven't changed in years.
Oh, that must be some good wine, boy. That must be some excellent wine. Oh, look at the color of that wine, boy.
East of Serbia is bordered by the Danube. The Danube holds the perch, the catfish, the sterlet, and the chesitra. This river fish goes well with the wines from the Rajec, which are rich in bouquet and strong as the river itself. 90% of Serbian rivers flow into the Danube, from which Alisi, the traditional Serbian name for fishermen, catch fish in traditional ways.
They do that on the island too, throw out them nets. On the island and stuff, they would these boats would go out and first thing in the morning, throw out their nets and catch a fish and come back. But also, there was something that I remember as a kid seeing. I'd go to the beach, and not the beach where the tourists are on, but just any like a little remote beach, and you could see the little boys in the water where the nets are floating, and they'd catch the nets, and they'd catch a fish that way, and then they would pull the nets ashore. You know what I mean? You have sometimes as a kid we used to go there and help them pull the nets in and stuff, and the nets will come up on the sand and there'll be hundreds of fish just flopping around in there, and these ladies would come with baskets and they'd put the fish in baskets, and they probably still don't do this. Probably in like the countryside or something, but I remember women going through the village with the baskets on the head with the fish, and they're like, and this is what they said, and I don't know what the word means, but they say, get your balahu buyers, get your balahu buyers. You know what I mean? And you could go out there, give them $1, and you get 5 big fish and thing, go in there, clean it up and stuff like that. But that's a nice little childhood memories. Him tossing out that net brought that memory back on me there, man, The cool thing is, and then they used to let kids pick out fish if they help them pull the net in and stuff like that. Man, those days were like really cool days. You get to do cool stuff, you know what I mean?
stew can be worth its name only if you include as many different fish species as possible.
Man, that looks good.
When West Serbia is mentioned, Zlatibor Mountain is the first thing that pops to mind. And when we say Zlatibor, kajmak is associated with it right away. This delicious dairy product is usually served as a dairy spread. It is made of milk fat, and it is the pride and joy of any respectable household. On the sunny meadows and mountains, many flocks of sheep and herds of cows graze grass and give milk for kajmak and meat for prosciutto. And Zlatibor prosciutto is not only the second most common thing associated with Zlatibor, but fireworks for your sense of taste as well.
Ooh. Grass-fed, can't beat it.
Golia is true and original wilderness.
I love mushrooms.
From forest fruits and animals to fungi, everything is completely natural and unscathed by civilization. Under juniper, you can search for bolitas, find chanterelles in Santa woods. While you roam looking for them, you can treat yourself with forest strawberries or raspberries. When it comes to raspberries, statistics show that every fourth one we eat originates from Serbia. This country has always been one of the biggest exporters of raspberries in the world.
Oh.
Nevertheless, the true treasure of Serbia is not in the export of raspberries, but raspberries themselves. The fruit itself is of such chemical content that it is considered a means of prevention against many illnesses. In households during the season, the fresh fruit is dominant, whereas we will usually encounter it in cakes or as juice.
What do you do up the cheese too? I'm a cheese man. I love cheese. I don't
Cheese
eat it much
saturated
though.
with milk fat, pure and white as snow, is created by tender hands of Planincus, the name given to home growers in these craggy regions.
Woo. I'm getting hungry.
In Southwest, the only things more famous than Zlatar Lakes and Uvec Canyon are the frequent visitors to our tables, cheese and sujuk. Each one of these authentic Serbian products is a result of its environment. If it were from anywhere different, it would look and taste differently. Sujuk from Sjenica, made of mature veal, probably wouldn't be horseshoe-shaped if it hadn't been inspired by great uvets. Cheese from Sjenica is made of cow's milk, and along with Zlatar cheese and sujuk from Sjenica, is an excellent first course on the tables of Southwest Serbia.
You know, I've noticed something about countries in that region. A lot of the stuff is like natural stuff, you know what I mean? And it's probably because of their history. Like people have learned to do stuff on their own instead of like depending on some big market to bring it to them. And I'm not saying you probably go to a big city and they're going to have those, but you know, in the rural areas, they seem to maintain that sort of a traditional way of growing food and cooking food. I live in a rural area, and I could tell you now, man, they come to the grocery store to get all them preservative-laced foods. I could tell you that right now. Well, you know, it's considered where I live the countryside. It's a small town, but you know, it's still the countryside. But there's not a whole lot of farmers here. You know what I mean? And people don't do backyard gardens as much as they do. They just head straight to the grocery store. I work at the grocery store. We're busy all day, pretty much every day. We just busy. And it's the same people every day coming to buy that. And it's a bunch of TV dinners. Pop, like they have a sale on pop now. You buy two 12-ounce cans of pop, you get three extra, you know what I mean? And so, there's not a whole lot of farmers market here. One state from here, Virginia, this is West Virginia, lots of farmers markets, none here. So, the organic section is so minuscule where a shop, you could barely find anything organic. Everything is laced with something. Watching these videos here, there's a lot of places in there you could find like natural stuff. And I guarantee you they have a lot of mom and pops little stores and stuff in the big cities that you could go buy stuff. You know what I mean? In New York, I lived in New York for a couple of years, and there's no mom and pop stores there in New York. You know what I mean? There probably is in a little village in the smaller sections of there, but even their stuff is probably not coming from a small farm. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't go to restaurants because a lot of the restaurants come to the grocery store to buy the ingredients to cook. I might as well buy the ingredients there and cook it myself if I so choose, because I'm gonna eat the same thing if I go to the restaurants here. Nothing different. And I could cook better too because I put all those tropical spices in it. Cheese look good, boy.
If we were to choose one fruit that symbolizes Serbia, it would be the plum. The plum trees grow tucked in the slopes. Rakia is made by recipes transferred orally from one generation to another. It has the status of the national drink. It is as if each drop contains the sunlight which warmed the fruit. Furthermore, the dried fruit of plum itself is a true source of health. Together with thin slices of bacon, this is a salty, sweet delicacy which will vivaciously rattle our palate.
It seems like the plum is a fixture in that region there too. Now, I have a question here. The alcoholic drinks made with the plum, is it sweet or does it have a harsh taste to it? Or it depends on how it's made? If it's made like in a rural area where you do your own thing, is it harsher than when some big company makes it and sells it in fancy restaurants? You know what I'm saying and thing? Because now what we call plums on the island doesn't look anything like what we call plums on the island. So I don't know anything about that type of plum at all. Is that type of plum a sweet plum? And when I say sweet, I mean like really sweet, or is it sort of a tangy sweet? Comment down below.
Leskovic's ravine, settled in the far south part of Serbia, is the home of paprika, sweet, hot vermilion. It is the main ingredient of every true Leskovic's eye batter. Every step of preparation is performed with utmost care.
Ooh, that look good.
In the same ravine, every village shines bright red. of chili peppers are dried and pulverized in fine powder chili spice. It gives the final perfect touch to any meal served on our table, telling us a hot, passionate tale of Serbia. Old Mountain, the titan of the Balkans,
Man, that place is beautiful. Look at
in
that.
the south of Serbia, is home to Piros hard cheese.
Yeah, a lot of cheese is there.
This cheese, made of sheep's milk, is one of the greatest travelers of Serbia. It was not only eaten by humble old mountain shepherds, but American presidents as well, since it was shipped to Washington. It takes the art and craft of a sculpture to produce and shape the perfect ring of Pitera hard cheese. In Vojvodina Plains, there's a saying: if a man would stand up on a gourd, his sight would cover anywhere from Shumadia to Schwarzwald. Cabbage knows these lands the best. The level of its quality is perhaps best demonstrated by the fact that during the Habsburg monarchy, the taxes were paid in cabbage. Fresh cabbage is succulent and sweet, but the actual delicacy is fermented cabbage.
You know, that would be a good idea. Pay your taxes in food. Only the best quality. That would keep the quality of food up, you know what I mean? But then again, it might not.
What is this sensation we feel now? Certainly it's pleasant, but also it's exciting, like a journey to the unknown. Have our traveling adventures finished? Or have they just begun? We have discovered the real soul of Serbia. Playful, open, hospitable, and beautiful. Serbia, a place where food
That's
is
a spread.
with soul. We invite you to come to us and get to know Soul Food Serbia for yourself.
Wow. All those things that have been produced there and all of it so natural and stuff, man, makes me hungry. After this video, I'm gonna go check on what I'm eating for lunch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video with me, man. I'll leave a link in the description to this video. Thank you, whoever suggested that I watch this. Thank you very much. I enjoyed watching it, and I hope you all, enjoyed watching it with me. And did I say that? Did I leave a link in the description for this video? I'll also leave links to other videos that I reacted to on Serbia. You all check it out, you know what I mean? And share the video, like the video. Please comment in the video. Let me know of other foods in Serbia that, is good, that I might want to try. But in the meantime, hey, y'all take care of each other, alright? Cool runnings.